Hey everybody, it's Suzanne here to do a little bit of a different reading for you. There will be 5 videos today, okay, about where you're at with basically with each element, okay? So we're going to start with where you are in the physical world, what the challenges are, what you might be trying to overcome, what you might be working at, whatever the case may be, okay? The next video will be about where you're at emotionally, okay? Where you need to grow emotionally, what you need to address, possibly maybe what you don't need to address, all right? The third video will be about thoughts. How is your thinking affecting possibly your physical world, possibly your feelings or your emotions? Thoughts are most likely to change quickly, okay? And then action, passion. What action are you taking? So, yeah. And then finally, spiritual. Where are you at spiritually? Where do you need to grow? How is where you are at spiritually affecting you in the physical world? How is it affecting you emotionally? How is it affecting your thoughts? How is it affecting how you take action in life? Okay? So it really honestly doesn't matter which one you watch first, or if you only feel like you want to address emotion or you only feel like you want to address thoughts. That's up to you, okay? All right, so we're going to get started here. This deck has every major arcana in it. It has the upright version of that arcana and the reversed version of that arcana, okay? So we're going to start with that. So we're doing where you're at in the physical world and possibly what needs to be addressed. So this is for the collective, all right? So you may or may not resonate with this, and that's okay. There's probably something in here for you if you are watching it to begin with. All right, so let's see. Okay, all right, so let's get started here. In the physical world, what do we have here? We have justice, all right? So we have the dark side of justice, okay? So that's important. You know, in the physical world, you might be doing things that benefit you in the short term, but could be causing you ultimately long-term pain. So, in other words, you know, you might be, let's say, you might be getting yourself in debt right now. You might feel it's for a good reason, but that could be causing long-term pain in some way. You could be getting yourself into a relationship where there are complications, okay? It feels good in the short term, but it could end up causing long-term pain. All right? With a job, okay, if this applies to a career for you, you might have accepted a job because it pays you a decent salary and allows you to live, all right? But it's not really what you want to do. So that ultimately ends up causing you long-term pain. Believe me, I can relate to that. I did that. Okay, I did accept jobs that were not fulfilling to me because they paid really well. All right. And for that matter, you know, any relationship that I started myself, like in the past, with the exception of maybe one, I could see the end of, I could see why that relationship was going to ultimately end before it even got started. So if you can see why something is going to possibly end before you really even get started, you've got to ask yourself, you know, am I sacrificing my future for what I'm doing right now? That's what this is about in the physical world. So what do we have here? Look at, we have guilt, low vibration. So any of those situations that I just talked about could bring this on in the long term. It creates guilt. It says the lesson here is I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So if you're doing something that you don't believe in, you could end up in the energy of guilt, which is just about the lowest vibration you can be in. Okay? So is this going on for you in the physical world? Some aspect of this. It doesn't have to be every aspect of your life, right? It could be one aspect of your life. All right, so let's see what we have here. We have the Chariot. So this is saying, you know, there's two directions you can go in, right? You can go the dark direction that takes you the longer way, or you can go the direction of the light. Going in the direction of the light means you're following your heart. Going in the direction of the dark means essentially you're not following your heart. You're using other reasons to make the decisions that you're making in the physical world. And that ultimately means it's going to take you longer to get to where you want to be. If you're sacrificing, if you're doing things now that are going to hurt you in the future, that's what you need to take a look at. Okay, what else? Hierophant. So it's like card of Taurus, card of Cancer. You might be dealing with a Cancer or a Taurus in some particular situation here. You might be dealing with a Libra, okay? The Hierophant says, what are you truly committed to? What are you truly committed to in your physical world right now? Is your heart in it? That's what this is saying. Is your heart really in it? Is your heart really in this relationship? Is your heart really in this job? Is your heart really in a situation that you are placing yourself in? Right? Boogie. Boogie. Stop it, please. Oh, geez. All right. What else? And then we have the Three of Wands. So this is asking you, what are your expectations? What are your expectations with this? Are you expecting something that you can pretty clearly see is going to bring you some type of long-term pain? Are you expecting that to just go away? Boogie! Boogie! Oh, I swear. I'll tell you what. Boogie, please stop. Do you see? I have no control. Boogie, you want to go in your house? Yeah, you're going to go in there. Yeah, I don't care how many squirrels you're barking at. All right. So that's what this is saying, okay? What truly are your expectations? This is a choice that you could be making right now to sacrifice something in the future for something right now. And I feel like what this is saying is that really going to serve you? It might feel good in the moment, but I feel like it's not going to feel good long term. And I feel like that you know this. You know this. Let's clarify the Justice card. Let's clarify what your expectations are, and let's clarify where this guilt is. All right, we have the Star. So that's pretty telling. Card of Aquarius, right? So it's like, if you're sacrificing something now, if you're doing something now that sacrifices something later, what you're sacrificing later is what your heart's desire really is. So by doing something right now that serves something for you, it might serve your ego, it might serve your wallet. It's like you're sacrificing what your heart ultimately wants. Guilt, clarified by Queen of Swords. So this is saying, if you want to take the hard road, if you want to experience guilt down the road, which is ultimately going to block off your heart to what your heart's desire is, this is a huge detour as far as getting you to where you want to be, whether it's the ultimate job, whether it's a relationship. So it could take twice as long to really have what you want because you're choosing something right now that doesn't feel like your heart's desire. Okay, and then finally, expectations, clarified by Two of Cups. Interesting. So in the physical world, whatever you want to want you. So if it's a job, you want them to want you as much as you want them. So what that's telling you is, if you don't really want the job that you have, that's the energy that you're going to get from them as well. They're going to end up not wanting you. If you want somebody right now, okay, you want a relationship, a connection, whatever. If you want that right now, I feel like it's like where that's going, where that would end up is, because you took it right now, it's not long term. There's something about it that will not work out long term, and you already know what that is. I'm not going into specifics on this reading at all. It's up to you to determine what that is. But your expectations basically are that whatever you're starting right now isn't going to work out. And you already know it, but you're making that choice anyway. And all that's going to do is that's going to take you on a big detour from where your heart's desire is. All right, so we're going to get an Abraham Hicks card here. The universe is big enough to fulfill my every intent. What that's telling you is that what your true intent, what your true heart's desire is, really is about following your heart, even if it doesn't bring you exactly what you want this minute. If you sacrifice your heart's desire, that's going to be a big sacrifice down the road. What else do we have here? The universal manager has the ability to bring everyone a vibrational match to what they are giving their attention to. That's what I'm saying here. That's exactly what I'm saying here. You know, if you choose something that you don't really want to do, or that you know is going to end for a specific reason, then that's the energy that you're attracting as well. So that job could end it with you, or this connection relationship will end it with you. All right. All right, so let's read this again. The universal manager has the ability to bring everyone a vibrational match to what they are giving their attention to without depriving anyone else of what they are wanting. So all this is saying really is follow your heart as far as what you do in the physical world. If you do anything else but that, it's going to bring guilt. It's going to bring injustice to you. Okay? It's going to cause you to block off your heart from what your heart's desire is. It's going to cause you to take the long way, the long path to where you want to go. So if you're somebody that's always asking, why are things never working out for me? It's because you're choosing against what your true authentic heart wants. What are you actually committed to? If you're not committed to the decision that you're making long term, okay, or if your heart's not in it, don't do it. All right. That's what's going on in the physical world here. Next video will be about what's going on emotionally. All right? All right. Talk to you then. Bye.